Hey friends, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to talk about 13-inch lace frontals on a wig and how I cut back the lace to work best for me. When I say a 13-inch lace front, I'm talking about a wig with a lace front that goes all the way beyond the ears with no tension at the ends. This is very different from the lace fronts on most high-end major name brand synthetic wigs. So if you are currently someone who really only wears those major name brand synthetics like 𝗪𝗏𝗏, 𝗥𝗘𝗩𝗜𝗓𝗏, those types, you have maybe never seen a lace frontal. They're very unique. They're great for somebody who has no hair and really wants to mimic a natural hairline all the way down to the ear. But they can be challenging if you're not used to adhering your wigs. So we're going to talk about the pros and cons of a lace frontal. I'm going to show you how I cut mine back using this wig on my head. I've already filmed all those segments because I don't want to have to adhere the lace, and I have bio-hair to blend. So if you want to know more about this, how I handle it, and just one perspective on this topic, then stick with me. For a little context, let me just show you some different types of lace fronts that you may be familiar with. If you're brand new to wigs, all of this is new to you. But the wig I have right here is a synthetic wig by 𝗪𝗪𝗓. Her name is Trend, and you can see this lace front. This one has ear tabs, and the lace goes from ear tab to ear tab. Let me throw her on so that I can show you what I mean. I have trimmed this lace front back. That's why you see a little kind of scalloped edge. But this is what's considered a ready-to-wear synthetic wig. Again, this is Trend by 𝗪𝗪𝗓. I'll link all my reviews to everything I'm showing you today below in case you're curious in this piece or my review of the wig I just had on. But the biggest difference is this lace comes pre-cut. You don't have to cut it, and you don't have to adhere it because, first of all, it's attached to ear tabs, so we've got tension all the way down on the lace so it will lay flat. But the lace on these ready-to-wear synthetics, and you know, the big name brands, 𝗪𝗏𝗏, 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, Noriko, Renee of Paris, 𝗪𝗪𝗓, 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, all these major name brands, Raquel Welch, they come with what's called a welded lace. It is a thicker, more sturdy lace that doesn't need to be adhered and can lay flat. So if you wear wigs like that, you've never come across a 13-inch lace front like this. Another example I have is this human hair wig that I just reviewed by wigs, and her name is Leah. And Leah has a 5x5 lace front. Sometimes these are referred to as lace closures because you can see the lace is attached to the cap right here. This does have ear tabs, and so this is another example of a type of lace front. This one I did have to cut. Most human hair wigs come with lace that need to be cut, but I didn't have to deal with all of this down here because it didn't have that much lace. It has tension because it's attached to cap, so you don't need to glue it down. A wig like this might actually be easier to start with because it can be really tricky to learn how to cut that lace back far enough so that you don't have to adhere. Or you can choose to adhere the lace, which is always an option, and that will give you it'll mimic a hairline. So let me throw this piece on right here. Now this is fresh out of the box. This is a human hair wig by Emma Hairpiece. I will be reviewing it. But please do not judge this wig. It's got really bad box hair. Human hair does tend to be like that. I've got hair like right on my nose making it itchy. So, but this was perfect because I just got this one to review, and it has that 13-inch lace front so that you can see there's no ear tabs here. This lace is not attached to cap. So if you left all of this lace, you just cut it back far enough that it was right along the hairline, you wouldn't be able to wear this without adhering it, because look at how the hair is attached to that lace. Once I cut it back to this part, it's still attached. So when I want to tuck it, the lace is gonna lift. Since I have bio hair here, I don't prefer to do that. I don't really need to mimic my hairline that way. So what I do, and what I'm gonna show you here next, is I cut the lace. This had lace that came all the way down. I had to cut that lace way back so that I could pull my bio hair out and blend it. Let me grab my rat tail comb so I can get that hair out. Now I can do all those same things because my bio hair is there, but the trade-off was I had to cut the lace back so far that I actually lost some of the hair that was attached to it, which is fine for how I want to wear this, but can be super scary. That's why I wanted to make this video. So I want to give you the context. This is going to be a super long video, guys. I want to give you the context around a couple of different cap types. And my opinion, if you have bio hair to blend and you're new to wearing wigs, this kind of a lace front may be really challenging in the beginning. If you would have asked me even a year ago, do I prefer lace frontals to lace closures? Frontals to closures, or to the type of lace that we get on our synthetic wigs? I would have told you I prefer those. I would have actually told you that I don't like these kind of wigs. I found them really challenging, and that's before I figured out that I can cut it back far enough to incorporate my own hair. I was too scared to do that in the beginning. So if you're new, be gentle with yourself. Maybe you've already purchased a wig like this and you don't know what to do. I hope this video will help you. Or maybe you just need to put it away, get a different type of a lace front until you're ready to really go there with. All right, guys, so what's coming here is I'm gonna morph into a segment where I talk about what I need to do. I've already cut the front of this lace. I've left this part long so I can show it to you, and then I will demonstrate for you how I cut it back. I really hope this helps. Thanks for watching this very long intro.
All right, so we've cut the lace, and now we have to deal with the side. Now you have to deal with how much of that to cut back. So let me show you how you make that decision. Let me throw it on. So how do you decide how much of this to cut back? The beauty of a 13-inch lace front, if you have no bio hair, this will mimic a hairline, not just here, but all the way down the side. So let me show you. I'm gonna have to hold this down. So once you kind of get it so it's comfortable by your ear, once you adhere it with an adhesive, it will mimic a hairline beautifully. So you can do any style you want with this. You can do full back, you can do a ponytail, you can do a half up, half down, or you can just tuck it and it looks like a hairline. That is a huge benefit, but the drawback is that you do have to adhere this if you're going to keep all this lace. For me, I don't really want to mess with adhering a wig, so what I do when I buzz my hair is I leave my sideburns so that I can blend them with my wig. But in order to do that, I actually have to cut a lot of this off. And you will lose some hair when you do that, because you can see the hair's been sewn in all the way on this. That's the scary part. If you're nervous, leave it to begin with. Just plan to use an adhesive or a tape or something to tack all of this lace down so that it doesn't lift and you can wear it comfortably. You can always choose to cut it off later. All right, I'm back to show the next step. I got interrupted the other day and I couldn't finish this video, so I'm back. And what I've done is I've only cut this side back. I have not touched this side at all. So this is exactly the way it was when I left you the last segment. And I went and I cut this side back so that I could show you the difference. And what I've done is I've pulled my bio hair out. All of this is my bio hair. And I've used a root touch-up powder to help it blend just a little bit better with this color. And I also used a little bit on my eyebrows. I'll link below in case you're looking for something similar, what I have used. And now we're ready to cut the other side. Remember, you don't have to do this. If you want to keep all of that lace and just use an adhesive or use a tape to glue it down so that you don't have to do this scary part, you absolutely can. If you don't have bio hair to blend or your bio hair doesn't match the color of the wig, that is absolutely an acceptable choice. And you can start there, and then later, when you're ready, you can work on cutting. I just really want to say that. I don't want you to feel pressured to do this. So I'm going to start really low. So what I want to do is I want to put a clip in my hair. I want to get this hair out of the way. I don't want to accidentally cut anything that I don't want to lose. And you know, normally when we cut the lace, we're cutting it off of our head. I'm not a fan of cutting lace on our head. I know a lot of people do it. I think there's more room for error when you do it that way. But here you kind of need to know where to cut. So you need to start with it on your head. So I'm starting here. I know for sure I want to lose this part right here. This hair is going to go with it, but I don't need this hair. If I'm not going to keep this part of the lace, I don't need that hair. So I'm just going to do a little snip like that. Now I'm going to take the piece off and I'm going to finish that snip. Let's see. Let me see if I can turn you guys down and show you. All right, this is where I made the snip, and I'm just gonna finish that off, making sure that I'm only getting the hair that I need to get. And there it is. So there's the hair that came with it. And now I'm gonna put it back on and see where we're at. All right, we're back, and that little bit on the bottom is gone. And here we are, just continuing on with the process. And so one of the ways I determine how much of this to go is when I play with it. How much of it is lifting? So this right down here is pretty much right on top of my ear. So I want to get rid of all of this. I know this is going to be a long video, you guys, but there's no other way to really show you this process and how painstaking you want to be with it to make sure that you do not cut hair and lace that you want. So now I'm going to make sure I don't get my bio hair in it. I'm going to make a snip right here. And I think I want to get all of that. All right, I'm going to take it off. Wait, maybe I can see in the mirror behind. Maybe I don't need to take it off this time because it's really just this bottom spot. So I'm going to go all the way to the end of that lace. And again, a little bit of hair came with it. And it's sitting right over my ear right here. So I'm going to continue on until I get the part that's on my ear off. And also remembering I've got bio hair here. So where is that bio hair? So that I can make sure I cut back far enough to blend that hair. All right, I started a snip right here. Make sure I can find that. And now I'm going to take it off and cut all of this. That part I'm not going to film. I think you get the picture now. So let me go and cut that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, we're done. And this is the hair that I lost on that last snip. I did 2 snips, and this is the hair that I lost. So I definitely want to stress that the scariest part is when you cut hair off. So be very clear about your goal with this. Go slow. Just do a little bit at a time. Let me give you an example. I think I could, and now you can see, actually all of that's gone. There's just a little bit of hair right here. And quite frankly, I think I'm going to leave that part. And if I feel like when I'm wearing it, if playing with it, because it doesn't really lift too bad, if I'm really careful about tucking, it doesn't really lift. So if I feel that that's going to be a problem for me, I can either go back and trim more of this off, or I can just use a little tiny bit of adhesive on just that little spot. Let me show you what's perfect for that. This stuff right here, this is Lace Stick by wigsster, and it is so perfect for adhering little tiny areas of your lace. It has this great little spatula, and all I do, I'm not going to adhere it right now because I need to go curl this so I can do a review, but I just do a twist, put a little bit on the back of my hand so that I can spread it thinly because it comes out with like a little dot, a bubble of it. And then I can take it and I can just lift this lightly, put a little bit of this on here, hold it on the adhesive. Probably takes about, I'd give it 10 good minutes to dry. You don't have to hold it the whole time. You know, hold it for 30 seconds to a minute and then just let it be and it will dry, and then I won't have to worry about it lifting when I want to tuck. The one issue I would have with this is if I want to adhere lace that's over my bio hair. That's a little tricky. I'd probably want to use something a little stronger than that. Most of the time I don't want to do that. This stuff is amazing. I'll put some details below. I have multiple videos showing how to use it, talking about it. I've heard from so many of you who love it, so it's great stuff. But that's it. So let me know your thoughts. Have you done this? Do you have 13-inch lace fronts? What do you do with those? Do you adhere them? Do you cut them back like I did? You guys, there's no one right way to do any of this. There's very few real wrong ways, as long as you do what works best for you. I think, you know, we have to be cautious of the lace. We don't want to cut it too far. One of the risks of cutting lace back too far is that it might not lay flat when you put it on because you've lost any ability for it to lay flat and any tension. But adhesive can help with that a lot. You know, some of us are just sensitive. We want the lace all the way back to our hairline, especially if it's a lace color that doesn't blend great with your skin. And I've had that happen. And in those cases, I just take an adhesive and I just tack down like the very front section. The beauty is you don't, even if the lace goes all the way, you don't necessarily have to adhere the entire lace front. It really depends on what you're trying to do with the wig and the style you want to wear it in. But that is just, you guys, I was terrified of these kinds of wigs the first time I got one. I think I even made videos saying I don't like 13-inch lace fronts. Now that I've learned how to do this, I actually don't mind them at all. I find them incredibly comfortable and really flexible, and you don't have ear tabs to have to navigate if you're a hair tucker. So thanks for watching. Let me know if this helped. Give me feedback. Let me know if you have questions. Leave your experience in the comments. Talk to you guys soon.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.